What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, real quick, Ro decided to jump on back and do some crazy stuff here, so shout out to him. This is a wild score, bro, so well done. It looks like a couple of people decided to step it up, so I'm gonna have to do the same, unfortunately. So we're gonna be doing this pretty much until I go to bed, which is actually not that long from now. Still gotta watch The Witcher, but so shout out to Ro and Stupendous and MTN, and you guys are killing it. Great job. I'll be back up shortly. Don't worry about it. Outside of that, though, I do want to talk about a few things here real quick before I move on. Number one, I want to talk about just the event itself real quick, and then as well as some of the issues I'm having that's making this event like absolutely draining. For me personally, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've got some issues I want to talk about. A few things that obviously they did better with Dante. Number one is the time gatekeeping isn't the end of the world, so I'm really not going to complain too much about that one. That's a minor one because eventually you'll get it done, right? It's not that bad. What's kind of upsetting about this event, and this is pretty much about all events, to be honest with you, and I think they need to really address this. So devs, I hope you're listening. I think this is a quality of life feature that I think everyone would appreciate more than anything is two things. Number one, for this event specifically, and many other events, to be quite honest, it's not just this one, is how things are calculated, right? Because the 100% multiplier, when it's at 100%, is not your actual 100% score. Like, if you get whatever you get at 100%, you're not getting that score. You're getting much, much lower. So the real 100% happens when you can get every single multiplier added up. And then there's even some other stuff in there. So shout out to Killer Whale and a few others who have been working on this calculation. So a lot of people are asking the same question, like, how is my score being calculated? Let's say I hit 3 billion on 100% multiplier, but I'm only getting 400,000, right? So it's completely deceiving, guys. So the way it works is you're getting X amount of percent from that 100% as a score. So let's say you do 1 billion, you get 300k, while you're only getting 30% of your actual score. So in order to get a higher score, you're going to end up doing lower numbers, and then it's going to even itself out properly. So from what I've seen and what I've heard, 100% is roughly about 400-ish. And then, of course, they remove, apparently, this again, I'm just going by what people have told me from their own studies. I haven't done it myself, but I trust these people. If you do normal attacks, it's okay. If you do supers, it takes away a little bit of points, etc. So there's quite a bit of a calculation going on here. And if we look at it realistically, right? If you click on the eye here, you can select as many bonuses. The bonuses can strengthen the enemies or constrain allied fighters. They take effect at the same time. The more bonuses selected, the higher the point bonus. Select the bonuses properly to obtain more points. No explanation. So we're not looking for a complete understanding of your math and your program in the back end. I just want to know more on the front end what the end user has to do. Now, we're the end users. We're the consumers, right? Capcom, CR, Topjoy, or Tencent, I think it's Topjoy in this case, are the vendors, and we're the consumers. So as a consumer, when I'm going into something, I like to know the details. I'm one of those guys that when a lawyer gives me a piece of paper to sign, I read the entire thing. I pay the lawyer, but I still don't trust anybody without signing. So this is the kind of scenario for me where I'm like, if you give me these percentages with all these features, and then I hit a certain number out of boss, and you slash that in half. Well, I want to know why, right? I want to know where that half has gone. Where's my other half? So it's kind of daunting to a lot of players, and people don't understand how it's happening. Well, the reason why it's happening, guys, is you need more multipliers in order to hit that 100% mark. Now, again, I don't know the full math. Killer Whale, shout out to him, and a few others are currently working on that. Hopefully, we'll get a better understanding once they figure it out. I fully trust them. They're intelligent players, and they're working with ChatGPT as well too, I think. So they're going to be working on quite a few things in order to get a script and some sort of understanding of how the language of math is working here. Okay, so gripe number one. I think that one there alone, most people can agree. We'd like to have an explanation. Now the next one is one that's a quality of life one. Okay, so whenever we go into these challenges, right? Let's just go into this one for example. Every single battle we have to go in here and we have to adjust the resonance, we have to adjust the gear, we have to adjust the EX moves, and sorry, not EX moves, the fighting souls, EX moves, sorry, fighting souls. This is literally the hardest and most annoying part to me. I love the fights, I love the strategy behind it, I love the team building behind it, but it's absolutely chaotic for me to sit here and have to figure out what to do with every single unit. Now, what I mean by that is every single time I take broken formation off of somebody on team 3, I'll have to go back and fix team 3 again. And then when the fight is over, let's say I have a bad run, which happens pretty often actually, and I'm sure we all understand how this feels. You have to go back and redo it all again, redo all the formations, redo all the resonance, redo all the gear. It's too much. It's crazy. So devs, I'm suggesting this because I think it's important. In your presets, right, there should be a section here, should be a whole new preset here. I think you should create a preset for challenge, a preset for PvP, and a preset for bosses. Now the boss one specifically, because you're doing so many multi versions of these fights, like multi-team versions, you should allow us to have presets for each team, and then with the formations, including the fighting souls and the resonance. So that way, when we go in, you can intelligently take off of units. So it doesn't matter who you take off of, right? As long as you take off of somebody. So for example, let's say right here, I have everyone with broken formation and the proper resonance. And this team doesn't have that. But in my preset, if I click this team, their entire fighting souls and the resonance should be pre-filled. It doesn't matter who it comes off of. It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, if it's in my preset, just take it off of any units and put them on this. I think it's a very, very easy thing to do. You guys are intelligent. You guys are intelligent. Let's try that again. You guys should be able to do that, right? It's a very easy script to put into a preset. And then same thing with this one, right? If these guys I'll have it saved already, and that's the way I programmed it. You guys should, again, take off from wherever, put it back on. And I think that is going to make these a lot more doable. I promise you, majority of people just don't even want to do these fights after a while because of how crazy amount of time it takes to do all of this, the prep work, right? It's like going to a restaurant and they tell you to hold on because your pizza is going to take 55 minutes because they got to, get pepperoni from one store and then, cheese from another store. That doesn't happen. Like, it's all in one shop and it should be easy to put together. And I feel the same way with this. Like, you guys shouldn't force us for every team to go in and reconfigure it all. You set up a preset for us, let us do it, and this will make life a lot easier. And I promise you guys, the competitiveness, number one, will go up, not just with the top 10, but you're looking at probably top 100. People will actually try harder. And number two, it would make people with multiple accounts like myself and content creators, I'm sorry, a lot easier. It's hard for me to go in and do this an umpteen amount of time. So that's my biggest issues, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything else you guys have issues with this event, let me know. For me, that's what it is. The calculation numbers and how the multipliers work. Give us a breakdown. And number two, please create presets for this kind of event. Like, this is now like the third or fourth 3-team battle we've had for our servers and other ones. Even my alts have that right now. So it'd be really nice to have that for, Fighting Soul one and the resonance and the gear built into a preset where it just automatically takes off whoever and just presets it based on what you saved it as. Anyways, guys, I'm curious in the comment section what you guys think. Let me know. I think that would be the best quality of life thing you guys could possibly add to these bosses. Anyways, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.